Hey, thanks for joining me today. You're listening to the Sit Down with Roman Gray. Hello, hello. So, before we get started, I just want to mention something really quickly. Now, I know you come here for the good stuff, but I don't think it'd be right if I didn't update you on a couple things happening. So, I have some really exciting news for you. If you have ever wanted to support me and the things I'm creating, then there's now a way to do that. If you visit buymeacoffee.com/RomanGray, you'll be able to support me there, support this podcast, and any other content creation. Now, I created this for a few reasons. One, there are costs that are required in order to keep this podcast up and running and sounding the way it does. Two, it allows me to interact with you guys in a more personal way. Three, you have the option of making a one-time donation or becoming a monthly member. And four, to kind of revisit that second point, it's a platform that's going to allow me to interact with you guys in a more personal way. There will be things like exclusive content, behind the scenes, bi-weekly posts, artwork, and a whole lot more. Most of all, I'll be able to communicate with you guys on a more personal level, and that's really exciting. If you can, are able to, and willing to, then you can visit buymeacoffee.com/RomanGray and support me there. And maybe down the line, there'll be a future Patreon account. We'll see. So, thanks for being patient. And without further ado, here is today's episode. I can't help but wonder, if I'm supposed to be someone in this world, then where is the room to be free? If I'm supposed to be so fixated on trying to be a valued member of society and notoriety, then when do I get to simply be? It feels like the world wants to pick and choose instead of organic evolution. I can't progress if all my time and worries are about professional development. When do people like me get noticed? When do I finally get to where I want to be in a world where my values are not a priority? When? When is synonymous with waiting to be found, waiting to be appreciated and understood, waiting to be loved and accepted. What I've realized is that the word when is dangerous because it leaves people waiting for their whole lives. It stops people from initiative. When is what leaves people alone in the midst of their darkest hours. When do we finally achieve wealth? When do we finally achieve all our personal and professional desires? When does the waiting stop? When is the word when finally not enough? For me, I just got tired of being so tired, of being rejected for who I am, made to feel like I wasn't enough, designed to feel like I was a failure if I didn't follow the rules. Eventually, I just came to my senses and realized just how idiotic and absurd the world is. We try to be so correct all the time. We avoid being judged and avoid feeling like we're wrong. So we just sit and lay as the rest of the opinions in the world wrap around our necks like silk and twine, suffocating us long into the night. It begins to make sense why it feels like none of us can breathe. We're no longer the narrators of our own lives. In a way, we've let that power be decided by popular vote. Then we sit in our nothingness and our rage because we feel like we're the victims. Because in a way, we've given up our power to have control over our lives. How many times have you had important decisions to make, but let someone else do it for you because you were too scared? How many moments have there been in your life where somebody just decided something for you because you never really bothered to say anything? How many times have you wanted to do certain things but never did because you were afraid of judgment? All we seem to do is just sit and wait until something happens or until someone brings about the answers or circumstances we want. And so I think that since so many people never bother to really think about it, we just wait. We wait and wait and wait and continue to ask when, how, and continue to ask when, how, and when. So we wait for someone to change our lives. Wait for the sake of wasting away. Right? Life is sloppy. It gets weirder and weirder as time goes on. It's like you can't really make heads or tails of it. It's filled with so much absurdity. So many things that we can't answer. So why are you gonna wait? Before any of us know it, our hair will turn gray, our bodies will be covered in wrinkles, and we'll be the old people. So if time is gonna pass by regardless, and life will continue to move forward, remind me again, why are we so caught up in waiting?